Project The Gifted is about the children who, despite their young age, have already decided what to be and what they want to achieve in life. They chose a challenging way full of numerous tasks, work, and constant self-development. And that is exactly what makes them be known, successful, and famous. Children of the 21st century can easily learn a lot of information, including culture, traditions, and customs of the nations of the world due to the development of modern communications and technologies. Traveling, exciting programs on TV and the internet, history and geography lessons at the school develop children's tolerance and respect for the history and values of other countries. But no matter how diverse and colorful our world is, acquaintance with its multiculturalism should begin with a study of the heritage and art of our own nation. Madiyar Asetuly's parents precisely adhere to this opinion. They instill in their son a love to native language, folk instruments, and national sports from childhood.
I
study Togyz Kumalak, Russian language, dombyra, and I'm going to study acting in the student's house, when I will study the piano, if I find the time to it. Madiyar Asetuly, 9 years old. He is a talented performer of kuies and songs of the dombyra, the champion of the city and the Republican medalist in the intellectual game Togyz Kumalak, the winner of the Olympics for gifted children in mathematics. The young musician also dances beautifully, studies perfectly, plays chess, and loves to assemble models of airplanes and ships. Madiyar's parents decided to maximize their support for the child's natural curiosity. They gave him the opportunity to try himself almost in everything. When we went to first grade, we decided to join him to different classes. Of course, we talked to him and asked him. We directly opened the offices and showed classes. For example, we asked him, "There are dancing, do you like it?" The same with dombyra classes. For example, when we showed him a sport halls with kuies or taekwondo, he immediately said, "No, I do not like it." He did not want to, so all the joined classes are by his wishes. The student house in which Madiyar is engaged offers many free sections and classes to children. He got acquainted there with the game of Togyz Kumalak, dombyra, chess, lezginka, acting, and modeling. There are so many interesting activities there. So, our inquisitive boy simply did not have enough time to attend all the selected sections along with school lessons, even despite of his obvious successes at school. He made a rocket by the design of airplanes, and he immediately took first place. His plane flew to the farthest altitude. But later, we understand that we have so busy schedule, and even we do not have time. We wanted to have all the sections at once, and due to lack of time, we chose a dombyra instead of aircraft design. It happened, but he still likes it, and I think maybe this year we will have time to include it. Madiyar accustomed to a busy schedule, and now he had an unusually a lot of free time during the summer holidays. And the boy's dad, who is an engineer by profession, decided to use it to support his son's interest in technical skills. Every lesson with dad is a real party to Madiyar, whether it is repairing a bicycle or building a ship model. That is all? Look, is it already done? Yes, it's okay. Very beautiful. Good job. Madiyar, he wants to see everything. He wants to try everything. If even I do something, he comes, looks, and is interested in it. This is a good quality, even with the sections. Do you want this? I want to. I want this and that. He had many classes there, and he did not have time to all of them. He succeeded, but there was not enough time, so we left some classes. This is Madiyar's good quality. He wants to see and try everything. I teach him to never lie and to be honest. If you need something, do it in time. Do not put it off. But the most important thing is to respect the parents. We grew up in the village. We respect the elders and try to pass it on to the future generation. The respect for elders, for folk traditions and customs is very important in our family. That is why Madiyar interests and love the Kazakh musical instrument, dombra. Despite the fact that this instrument has only 2 strings, it always sounds magical. The one who masterfully plays dombra is always the most welcome guest at any dasturkhan. The elders say that Kazakh soul is in the melodies of this instrument. Little Madiyar desires to learn and use this instrument fluently. When he first heard kui performed on the dombra, every day the boy works hard for several hours during the 3rd year, and his repertoire is constantly expanding. In last year, he participated in a unique holiday performance at the first celebration of Dombra's Day in Kazakhstan. 500 of the best dombra players of the city, among whom was Madiyar, simultaneously performed Kurmangazi's kui, balbyraın, and aday. An unusual concert was held in the open air on one of the central streets of Almaty.
Я знаю много ки, например, адай, балбырауын, еркешілік.
I know a lot of kuies. For example, aday, balbırauın, yerkesilkim,
Мне нравится
tepenkok,
больше,
and songs Kurdastarım kayda,
когда быстро
Kalavu limay.
хороший будет. Надо научиться
I like more fast performances because it sounds good during the playing. I need to learn play slowly, then the rhythm appears by itself. You start to play the dombra well when you know the technique. Another Madiyar's hobbies is Togyz Kumalak, a national sport. This is the oldest intellectual game aimed at the development of logic, attention, and mathematical abilities. It is based on the number 9, which is sacral for the Turkish nations. The player has 2 types of holes at his disposal. 9, otao, for each and 1 hole for each. Kazan, each hole has 9 balls. The task of the participants is to collect as many balls as possible in their kazan. It only looks so simple, but Togyz Kumalak is a much more complex sport, an unpredictable sport than chess or backgammon. There are about 1 million options for the game development. It requires complete concentration, the ability to quickly perform complex calculations in the mind, and mandatory endurance. The trainer, Azamat Kaldilbayev, notes such qualities in his beloved student, Madiyar.
Madiyar пришел с 1 класса, ну, тогда у него 6 лет был. Бабушка за руку взял и смотрел долго в кабинет.
Madiyar has been with us from the 1st grade. He was 6 years old at that time. Grandmother led him by the hand. They looked at the office for a long time and said, "It is our national sport. Please, let's teach him. Let him learn." He became a medalist in the city starting from the first competition. This is how he got a desire to play. He had an accelerated thinking as well as a rational thinking. During his following competitions, he became a prize winner. After an excellent ongoing trainings, he became the champion of the city at his age in his 2nd grade. He is quiet at the trainings. He can solve any given problems. He is always well prepared for homeworks. He comes up to me and asks, "Which move is better to use, teacher?"
Приходит ко мне, ага, вот это ходы как можно сделать?
Azamat is a great enthusiast of his favorite sport. He has been playing since childhood and has been training children for more than 10 years. The mentor prophesies a great future for talented in mathematics, attentive and very diligent Madiyar. The boy is already multiple winner of Republican competitions, and the trainer is sure that he will certainly succeed on a worldwide level.
Сейчас вот эту партию я тебе покажу.
Now I will show you this game, how to get out of there. Ready? For example, 3 and 4. You took 10 to 12 balls. I've taken a tuzduk. Yerjigit is Madiyar's the best friend, teammate, and he considers that Madiyar is a strong partner and worthy opponent. We have been practicing together for 1 year. He plays well. He is a good rival for me. We won the first places in the city championship together, as well as we went to the national championship, to the city of Turkestan, whereby our team won 4th place. He is good, kind, and serious player. Anyone who knows their national customs and traditions well, they will always respect the art and culture of other nations. So the grandson gladly agreed when Madiyar's grandmother, Marhaba Apa, suggested to him to try himself in lezginka. I like sporting dance, lezginka. I heard about lezginka and it gave me thoughts that he always sits at school for 5 hours and as well as at I+ for another 5 hours. He plays guitar while sitting again. I thought Madiyar need to be revived a bit so he could jump a bit. I really liked lezginka and started taking him to lezginka classes. Lezginka is the most popular dance of the Caucasian nations. The dance is literally charged with energy, fearlessness, and militancy. Historically, men settled to their battle by the dance, while women inspired the soldiers and reminded them of what they had to fight for. In the Caucasus, children are taught lezginka from the first grades as part of the school curriculum. This beautiful and dynamic dance is also becoming popular due to the many classes and sections in Kazakhstan.
Сам танец вырабатывает характер, то есть все движения исполняются жестко.
The dance itself builds a character. All movements are performed strictly from the male part. Tough and proud, a female part naturally teaches girls to be more feminine. Naturally, they begin to behave correctly. Everything is built on this.
Вести начинает правильно. Именно вот на этом и строится все.
The choreographer, Faruk Albakov, arrived to Almaty from Ingushetia by invitation to organize a children's dance ensemble. According to him, choreography of lezginka requires excellent physical preparation, besides a sense of rhythm and plasticity. Faruk managed to create a successful team for a year of hard training and rehearsal, and Madiyar is one of his best students. The boys' efforts were marked with a diploma for achievements in mastering the rules of the Vaynakh ethics of dance and choreography after only 6 months of training.
Приехал, естественно, Мадияр был тогда маленький, это было год назад. За год он кардинально изменился. То есть помужественней стал. Вот. Когда я приехал...
When I arrived, Madiyar was still a little child. It was a year ago. Over the year, he radically changed, became more courageous. When I arrived, he was a very young boy, playful, no so serious. Over the year, he pulled himself up, mastered stunt elements, movements, although these elements are usually trained for several years, i.e., not in a year. And he mastered it all. Therefore, he is making a steady progress and gets better and better. He evolves to some extent.
Получается в какой-то степени.
Grandmother helps Madiyar to realize his hobbies. Marhaba Apa nurses him from the cradle. His grandmother leads him to a kindergarten, school, all classes and sections. She is the initiator of all new beginnings and the biggest admirer of her grandson's talents. Madiyar succeeds in everything he undertakes due to her support and tireless care.
Madiyar был очень внимательный, усидчивый. И что я предлагаю, например, он никогда не отказывается. Надо нам идти куда-то, например.
Madiyar is very attentive, hard worker. He never refuses on what I propose. After classes, we always need to go somewhere, to sections or to I+.
Вижу там кружки.
I see there are many sections: vocals, acting, dombra, chess, and Togyz Kumalak.
Шах,
So we try to save time, and I took him everywhere.
чтобы он успел везде. Так мы время сэкономили, я везде водила.
Marhaba Apa believes in his grandson, as does his entire friendly family. So Madiyar grows as an inquisitive and open-minded. His musical and intellectual talents will open him a bright future and, undoubtedly, will consistently glorify his native Kazakhstan. because the love to the motherland and respect for the national traditions are one of the indispensable components of success in any business.